yo, we live, we're live, we're live. Let me know if I'm good. Let me know if I'm good. Shout out to the people already in the building. 10 people in the building. What's going on? Let me know if I'm good. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you guys can hear me. What's going on? What's going on? Got some people in here already. Got my people in here. Q Cox. What's going on, Q Cox? Let me get a thumbs up. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me. As soon as I get my first, okay, there we go. Good, good, perfect. Thank you very much. All right, late night Giants talk. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. So obviously last week didn't go how we wanted it to go. It didn't go how we wanted it to go. Had a little bit more excitement last week. This week, it's about survival. It's about survival. Who wants it more when it comes to the New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders? Who wants it more? Who has more on the line? Who has something to prove? Who has something to prove? Shout out to Scoob in the building. What's going on, Scoob? Scoob with the early prediction. Appreciate the super chat. Scoob says 27-14. Giants, that's our house. Scoob, are you going to the game? Because I know you be making moves, Scoob. Are you going to the game? Let's do a quick roll call. Q Cox, we know who Q Cox is, the Minnesota Vikings fan last week that was so respectful while he talked trash and ended up being right. So shout out to Q Cox in the building. I'm going to show you some love, brother. Appreciate you. Jessa says, yo, what's going on, Jessa? Going to the game. He said he's headed to FedEx in the morning. It's a couple people I know that's going to that game. Shout out to OG Steve. He's going to be at the game tomorrow. A few other Giants fans. They're definitely going to be in the building tomorrow, and they have that same feeling. The Scoob says it's like a second home for the New York Giants. FedEx. All right. Matt Custom says, bro, I'm nervous. No cat. DJ better ball out tomorrow. I'm tired of losing seasons. My same thing. Ditto. Absolutely. I'm tired of losing too. DJ has had some good games, has had some real good games against the Commanders, and hopefully he has another one. Hopefully he has another one in him that he can go ahead and pull that off tomorrow. I'm hoping so. Shout out to Anissa. She said, Big Dash. What's going on, Anissa? He said, what up, though? What up, though? I'm assuming you talk about C-Web. C-Web going to be in the building or C-Web in the chat. I know, well, C-Web definitely going to be in the building. He's in that area. So I know he's going to be at the game. Shout out to some of the people in here. Cynthia Georgette. What's going on, Cynthia? I got all my thumbs up here. A couple things I do want to talk about. Here we go. Already. Purple and gold bars is in the building. Another one of those Minnesota Vikings fans. Shout out to him. He says Deck's going to have 4 sacks. I hope so. You had one last week against your team. I'm hoping we can get 4 against the Commanders. I tell you what, their offensive line is not better than yours. That's for sure. My man Steven J. Amendola. He says, Big Dash, love you, man. Hopefully the G-Men win. I'm in SC for the game. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, I know Scoob's. I know Scoob's in that area too. That's right. I hope you guys have fun, man. I hope you guys have fun there. Hopefully we pull out the victory. I do want a victory. Again, a lot of people are already down on the Giants. I'm a little bit down on the Giants too, but I'm always going to root for the wins, no matter what. I don't care if I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to put it out there in the universe, but just trust and believe I'm rooting for the Giants to win every week. I don't care who the opponent is. I'm worried about, who the next quarterback might be next year. Next year for sure. I talk about Daniel Jones says he's 4-1 against the Commanders. That's absolutely right. I got another prediction. Tony Owens, another prediction, 23-17 Giants. I like that. I like that. I don't have a prediction yet. I didn't really think about the squad. There's so many things I want to look at or I want to see from this Giants team. The final score is not one thing that I'm worried about right now. It's a lot of things I want to talk about, especially offense is the offense. Daniel Jones is what it is. But I want to talk about this defense. I want to talk about Shane Bowen now, and I want to get the temperature in the room on how you guys feel about Shane Bowen. I was not happy with some of the I guess parts of the game plan that he had last week. One of those being Isaiah Simmons. Simmons should have played. I understand that you thought things were going to go a certain way, but he's the most versatile guy you have on the team, on the defense. No way that there's not a scheme that fits Isaiah Simmons, in my opinion. And with a lot of people going down with injuries, especially I believe Morsal too is hurt, there's no other choice. Carter Coughlin's gone too. There's no other choice but to put Isaiah Simmons in there. And it's not like he's the leftovers. He should have been in there to begin with, but it is what it is. Big Blue 8 says, not going cap. We don't score. We don't score. We don't score in the first quarter. No chance. Yeah, we got to start off faster than what we've been doing. Well, you figure we didn't start off at all last week. 2 field goals, 6 points. You can't win any games doing anything like that. And also, I saw that Grams Gano was added to the injury report, groin injury. I know we do have the backup kicker on the practice squad. But I did not see him get elevated. So I think Graham Gano is going to give it a go. But with a groin injury and you're the kicker, I don't know about that. We might put ourselves in a predicament tomorrow. All right, Cynthia Georgette says, let's hope defense can put pressure on the rookie quarterback, feel more comfortable with the defense. Yeah, it's not about me not feeling comfortable with the defense or the players, I should say. It's more about the scheme and what the game plan is going to be. Whatever Shane Bowen is rolling out there. So for me personally, Isaiah Simmons, and I know somebody was saying that before, Isaiah Simmons you have to spy. I think if you're going to spy Jaden Daniels, and you're going to, I would use Isaiah Simmons in that role to spy him, and I would spy him for all 4 quarters. One thing that I did see when I watched the Commanders game last week against the Bucks was, again, a lot of those plays, like pretty much Jaden Daniels kept them in the game with his legs. They didn't have many passing yards. There were some missed opportunities. He's a rookie. He's still working out the kinks and stuff like that. But I'm glad that we got these guys second week, and I think we can take advantage of that if the 2 guys on the edge can get home. And that's one of, that'll be my first point that I want to bring up. I put out a video, and I feel, and I was upset last week about the lack of big plays from both Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. And I put out the video. I said, it feels like these guys owe me money. They owe us money. They owe us tackles for losses. They owe us sacks. They owe us QB pressures, QB hits. They owe us a lot. We had high expectations for these guys. And again, it's only one game, but these guys got to show up. Brian Burns is making a lot of money. We saw Deck show up and he makes a lot of money. Brian Burns, you're making a lot of money. I need to see more. Not saying that he was awful, because he wasn't awful. You just expect more from a guy that's making that kind of money, and a guy that has that type of reputation where a lot of people view him as, he's not right there yet, but he's one of those guys that they see in the future being, a solid edge guy in the league. Okay, what Purple and Gold said, I thought it was weird that Baker destroyed the Commies, but no one was saying they were the worst team in the league. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Baker Mayfield. Listen, Baker Mayfield gets a bad rap. I don't like Baker Mayfield that much because he was talking trash about Daniel Jones a few years back. But at the end of the day, you got to respect Baker Mayfield. Walked on everywhere, had to prove himself in every position he's been in, and he's made a career in the NFL. Q Cox says, you said the league hates the Vikes so much they trash your team to explain why we won. That's one way you can look at it. Cynthia Georgette says Simmons will be a good spy. Absolutely, Cynthia. And I believe that, you were the one that put it in the post about Isaiah Simmons. And I'm thinking the same way you're thinking. Obviously, first he has to get on the field. But if you're gonna spy Jaden Daniels, why not be the quickest defender that spies him? And I think that he's exactly what we need to shadow Jaden Daniels. I mean, we need to get pressure already with Dex and the edges, but if he breaks containment, that's one of the guys I feel comfortable with being able to try to chase him down. He's an athlete for sure, but Simmons is also an athlete. All right, Cindy Georgia says Kayvon and Burns need to step up. Yep, we did have high expectations. They need to show up. Absolutely, absolutely. NYG31 says why the Giants so horrible against the Vikings? That's the $1 million question. Why were we so bad against the Vikings? And I'm not trying to knock the Vikings. They beat us last week, but there were a lot of plays that were left on the field that we didn't capitalize on. And we saw it in the replays. We saw it in some of the breakdowns. We had wide receivers that were able to get open. We did abandon the run earlier than we actually. I don't think we should ever abandon the run. I mean, unless you're down a lot. But in that first half, you shouldn't abandon the run, and we did those things. So I just think overall, offense and defense, even though the defense had to turn over early in the game, I think the adjustments just weren't there, especially on the offensive side. With the heavy personnel and those and Minnesota Vikings not even sending the pressure. We should have got out of those heavy sets and went wide and got like 3 wide receivers on the field, but it is what it is. That was last week. I saw a presser with Brian Dable talking about, you can't be too high or too low when you win or when you lose, and trying to stay focused on this week with the Commanders. But guess what, man? You can say that. That's nice when you're saying that to Bob Papa in an interview, in the coach's corner. But when it comes to Sunday and you got people in the stands, you have people watching at home, you got to show up. Guys have to show up for sure. All right. My man Ramdre81 says, I think against a weak Washington defense, Jones has to give me 300 plus yards. Listen, that sounds fantastic. That sounds good. I'm right there with you. Can we get to 200 first, though? Last week, I think he had 180 yards. A lot of that was in the garbage time. Can we get to 200 first before we get into 300? But listen, I'm hoping for 400 or 500. If he can do that, fantastic. Fantastic. Q Cox says, can you point out how Jaden Daniels did not connect for a pass of 5 yards until it was 3 minutes left? Listen, you saw it. He there was one shot down the left side of the field. It was Terry McLaurin. He overthrew him by like 5 yards. That was a big play. That was probably like a 60-yarder and a walk-in touchdown. Again, he's a rookie. He's still working out the kinks. And I hope whenever they play the Giants, he's got awful. But for his development, I like Jaden Daniels coming out of college. Hopefully he can get it together. But hopefully he doesn't get it together against us. That's the biggest deal. That's the biggest deal for me. My man LRP is in the building. Shout out to the Shakedown crew. He says, what up, Dash? LRP, what's good? Been a while. I ain't get a chance to touch bases with you, brother. That's what's up. Yeah, long time, bro. It's been a long time. Yeah. Yeah, you guys stay busy. So for those that don't know, LRP is part of the Shakedown crew. They have their own podcast. They're on every day. Actually, if we're really being honest, they're the first guys that made me comfortable enough to talk, New York Giants stuff. And I remember coming on their podcast before they were on YouTube and chopping it up with these guys. I've known these guys for a long time. They've been working hard for a long time. And then one of those guys that helped me get going and get comfortable, with talking to the masses about the New York Giants for sure. So shout out to LRP. And again, check out the Shakedown crew every day, except for the weekends. Unless you guys are doing weekends now. I don't think you are, but Monday through Friday, those guys put in good work. NYG31 says Brian Dable better coach better in the Washington game. He should. I hope so. Listen, man, I understand that the Washington Commanders, they're in a rebuild. They got the new GM, they got the new head coach, whole new staff in there. They got a couple of free agents that they brought in there, but I was not impressed with what I saw last week. And for me, Brian, there's no excuse why we shouldn't look better against the Washington Commanders. Again, that offense, I think we win in the trenches. I think our defensive line is better than our offensive line. And I think our offensive line, I can't say better than their defensive line because they got some players on that defensive line, but I think we should be able to hold up against those guys. And we play against Payne and what's the other guy's name? I can't remember the guy's name right now. It's Payne and Deron Payne, and Jonathan Allen. There we go. Um, those guys always seem to disappear when it comes to playing the Giants. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it. I hope they continue to not show up, but it is what it is. It is what it is for sure. I can't even put that up, LRP. I'm gonna leave that one in the chat. But good for you. Good for you. All right, Cynthia Georgia says Burns better eat this week because he was on a diet last week. That's for sure. Yeah, yeah. He might have been on keto or the Atkins or something, but he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. That's for sure. That's for sure. So some things I heard about. So what I heard about Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors was a surprise entry on the injury report. They're talking about it's a knee. We don't know how serious the knee is. I did see reports saying that it's nothing. But you know how the Giants are. They're quiet. They told us last week that McFadden was healthy. And some other guys were healthy, and we didn't even see him on the field. Hopefully, with Malik Neighbors, they're telling the truth. Because I want to see this guy score. I want to see that. I want to see him score, and I want to see this guy that's on my hat. Hyatt is open. I want to see him get his first real NFL touchdown. If he can get that tomorrow, I'll be absolutely excited. I don't like the way the game plan unfolded for Hyatt last week. He only had 4 snaps in the first half, and then I believe he only had 1 target too, and he ended up dropping that one. But listen, when you have a guy like Jalen Hyatt, you have to use him. I know that earlier in the week, Darius Slayton was a little bit banged up. They had him limited in one of those practices. Again, I haven't heard anything since. But even if Darius Slayton is 100% healthy, and I'm not one of those guys that want to get rid of Slayton, because a lot of people are ready to just get rid of Slayton because we have Hyatt. But until Hyatt is absolutely ready to go, I'm happy with Slayton being on the team. It's like nobody's really making money in that wide receiver room. There's no reason why you need to get rid of Darius Slayton. But I will also say this. We got to see Hyatt on the field. We got to see Hyatt on the field. And the only way that he can develop is if he's out there getting the reps and getting some targets. Okay, my man LV Sure says, I'm giving him 1 quarter tomorrow. LV, you giving him 1 quarter to show you something. Are you going to tap out, man? You turning it off if we don't score in the first quarter? Let me know how you feel about that, man. You going to tap out? Just sir, he says, Hyatt ain't ready. That's a good debate, man. That's a good debate. And when you say Hyatt isn't ready, you mean as far as a full-on route tree, or he's just not ready in general? Because yes, he was working on his routes. Yes, he's shown improvement in practice, but until you really see him in the game, we don't really know where he is yet. We really don't know where he is yet. But listen, there's a game plan for Hyatt. You can scheme him open. You can use decoys to try to get him over the top. And I hate that he's pigeonholed into that, just a deep shot wide receiver, because I do believe he's more talented than that. But yeah, he just needs some more chances. Shout out to TP Way the Giant is in the building. Again, another fantastic Giants content creator. If you're not subscribed to TP Way the Giant, go ahead and do that. He says, facts. I just got done watching Colorado tonight, and I see how they distribute the ball to each receiver. It's beautiful. I want that for us tomorrow. Absolutely. You know what? I cut the game off early so I can get the show started here. It was like 21-7 or 21-3 when I left, and Shador Sanders was already cooking. And when he has protection, you see what he can do. With a lot of those guys in college, they have protection. They can do a lot of things. And listen, I'm just going to talk about college just for a brief second. I don't want to hear anybody respectfully talk about Carson Beck or the Georgia Bulldogs for a while. For a while, they killed my parlay. The Georgia Bulldogs killed my parlay. I don't want to hear anything about Carson Beck or the Georgia Bulldogs for a while, respectfully. LV says, he laugh out loud unless they throw DeVito in. Oh, you still talking about? All right, okay. Yeah, no, listen, I'm not going to throw it out there. I want Daniel Jones to have a good game against the Commanders. I want to win. But if it's not working, the question is, and you guys let me know in the chat, who you going to first if Daniel Jones ain't doing it? Are you going to Lock, or you going into DeVito? And is Lock even really healthy? We got Ronnie in the building. Chef Ronnie, what's going on, Ronnie? LRP says peace to the chat. That's what's up. I got purple and gold bars. He says keep the pressure on Daniels without letting them break contain. That's exactly what I'm saying. And he will struggle if you force it. If you force him to win with his arm, it won't go well. Listen, that is one of the keys to victory. Not saying that Jaden Daniels can't do it. He's just not been able to do it yet. And again, I'm happy that we get to see him early. I know we see him again, I believe, week 9, if I'm not mistaken. But right now is a good time to play Jaden Daniels, where he's still trying to learn the scheme, learn the speed of real NFL football. So if we can get that pressure on Daniels, if we can, stay disciplined in our assignments and don't allow him to break contain purple and gold bars, absolutely, he will struggle. LRP showing love to Chef Ronnie. That's what's up. That's what's up. We got some more college football. They talking about Kentucky bringing it. Which there was. Listen, I don't want to hear it, man. This Georgia should have beat the brakes off of Kentucky, man. That's why any given Sunday, any given Saturday, you never know. But Georgia's the number 1 team in the country. If whether you agree with that or not, it shouldn't have been that hard. What was it, 6-3 at the half? Like, come on, man. I'm tired of that. But getting to Shane Bowen. I want to talk about Shane Bowen a little bit. So the new DC did not have the best showing last week. Again, we started off with the big turnover, couldn't capitalize on it, but then we just saw that we could not stop the run. Obviously, was it Kevin O'Connell went to the quick game as soon as we subbed out Dexter Lawrence. He went into the quick game. We couldn't get Dexter Lawrence back on the field, and we got burned up. And I feel a way about it because, well, how I said, Dex deserves a break. He deserves to get a breather, and we shouldn't get scorched every time he's not on the field. It's just, that's just the players, the roster, the depth that we have here. Guys got to play better with that, however you want to frame it. But when Dex is off the field, we should not fall apart as a defense. There's enough players on each level that it shouldn't just be, Dex is off the field and we turn into the paper mache. We turn into paper, soggy paper bag when Dex is not on the field. Hopefully that stuff changes. Hopefully we can clean that up, and we'll see what happens with that. Let me see if you guys are still going in. Let me get to a couple more. Enzo says, if Jones plays just as badly as last week, I think he needs to be benched. You and a lot of people feel the same. Depending on how bad it looks, I'm right there with you. The funny thing is, I don't think the guys behind him are that much better. I'll say that now. But if he continues to be gun shy and doesn't want to, or doesn't want to throw the guys open or anticipate his throws, yeah, you might as well get him out of there. But I don't want to see that. But hopefully we ain't got to worry about that. We said put the Jersey Bull on. Oh yeah, talking about DeVito. Put the Jersey Bull in. Listen, I'm a fan of DeVito, man. So Ramdre81 says, if we don't bounce back tomorrow, I'm afraid seats are going to start getting pretty warm. Start getting pretty warm. Seats are already warm, man. Dable was sweating 3 days after the game. That seat is warm. And I said it last week. You know what? Dable is facing all this heat. He's the one at the podium every day after every game. Meanwhile, Joe Shane, the guy that went and shopped and got all the groceries for Brian Dable to cook up, is just sitting in his office with no heat on him, right? Well, I can't say no heat, but he doesn't have to answer to the beat writers or anything yet. We haven't seen him get any questions or field any questions yet. But we'll see him at the bye week most likely. That's what I think it is. We'll see it at the bye week. Locke hands down if he's healthy. So we got one vote for Locke over DeVito. I had a couple people saying put the Jersey Bull in. So I'm seeing that. Ronnie says, praying for a win. Yeah, praying for a win. That's a fact. All right. Shout out to Colin. Colin Redmond in the building. He says, Hyatt won't be used properly until Jones isn't under center. Yeah. His lack of looks for the deep throw, I mean, Hyatt is wasted. I couldn't agree more. It's why Wandell is on the field and Hyatt isn't. Average depth of target, sub, yeah, all that. And again, it's not that these guys aren't getting open. It's just that the trigger man's not pulling. He's not pulling, man. Not saying that every play, but we know that every play wasn't good. But there were some plays out there where guys did get open, and like I said, the guy didn't want to throw it for whatever reason, didn't trust himself. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys, man, like, what do you think it is with Daniel Jones? Like, I know the short answer, people will say, "Oh, Daniel Jones just sucks. He's just bad. He's terrible." But like, really, like, if you guys ever really think about it, what do you think it is? Is it just between the ears? Is it the neck injury that's causing, maybe him not to trust his arm as much? He lost some strength in his arm. What is it really with Daniel Jones? Or, like I said, he just that bad? Hopefully not. Let's see what happens tomorrow, man. Let's see what happens. Cynthia Georgette says confused why they signed Locke for $5 million guaranteed when they don't plan on putting him in. Yeah, well, the one thing is he got hurt. He had the oblique. I think it was a hip and an oblique, so we didn't get the chance to see him outside of that first preseason game. And then it was actually worse than we thought because Brian Dable had mentioned like 2 weeks ago that Locke will play the emergency quarterback role, but he can still only throw certain routes. So hopefully he's better, that he's healed up. But if you can only throw certain routes and you're limited like that, because the Giants are already limited anyway, but if you can't throw certain routes, then obviously you put DeVito in front of Locke. But yes, we did pay that man $5 million to be a backup quarterback. So we'll see what happens, man. And the crazy thing is with Daniel Jones's injury history, you're probably going to see Locke, or we're going to see DeVito at some point this season. Hopefully, it's not anything serious because we do have the injury clause. But again, it is what it is. Shout out to Real Cold G is in the building. What's going on, Real Cold? He said, I'm kind of side-eyeing Bowen. I know it's only been one game, but I'm not sold on his system. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll say this. When Bowen first got hired and they did the introductory meeting, when it was just those guys in the room, he told Shane, he told the rest of the staff, the scouts, what he needed, what he needed to run his defense. Now, his defense worked so well in Tennessee because of the players he had in the front. Like, we don't have those same type of players. Yes, we have Dex, but we don't have a true three technique in the building like they had in Tennessee. So when you don't have the same type of players and you try to run the same type of system, you're not going to get the results that you need. He needs to somehow fuse something together. That way he's getting the best out of the guys that he currently has on this roster, to get those guys and find a scheme for them to do what they need to do, because that wide nine thing with the edges is not the type of ball we need to be playing, especially when we can't stop the run. But shout out to Real Cold G in the building, man. All right. Hold on. Let me get that back up there. Sydney Angel says we need another leader when he's off the field. I'm talking about Dexter Lawrence. Yeah. Well, Bobby Okereke is not going to get off the field. I think he's most likely have another year, maybe 100% of the snaps. I don't know if he left the field last week. Somebody can give me those stats. I don't know for sure. I doubt it, because who else was there to play linebacker? But when Dex is not on the field, and just anyway, your Mike linebacker is supposed to be like the leader of the defense anyway. So when Dex is not on the field, I expect a guy like Bobby Okereke, maybe a guy like Jason Pinnock to provide that to be a vocal leader, for the Giants. TP Way the Giant says, I have 2 tickets. Oh, you selling tickets? Oh, no. I have 2 tickets, 8th row, 100 level to the Browns game. If we lose versus Washington, I'm selling them for $20. That's how serious I am about this game in particular. He said, I can get past the Vikings loss. I can get past the Vikings loss. I'm assuming, so what you're saying is you can't get past a Commanders loss. I think that's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. There is, it says, not this one. I know where you were going with that. I know where you were going. LRP says week 1 didn't see Simmons. Hopefully week 2 we will. And they have a plan for him. They have to. And guess what? That's another thing that pissed me off, man. Shane Bowen was at the presser at the podium, and he's saying, I'm happy with how Isaiah Simmons reacted, to not playing. He's upset. Hopefully he can use that energy. You're the reason why he didn't play. You're the reason why he didn't play. You're the reason why he's upset. I didn't understand that. Like, what are we doing here? Like, the most versatile player on the defense, and you couldn't find a role for him against the Minnesota Vikings. What are we doing here? I know that Sam Darnold isn't a mobile quarterback, but it's not like there's not a role for Isaiah Simmons outside of like being a spy or contain. We played him in the slot. We played him at safety. Well, actually, we really didn't play him at safety, but we played him in the nickel. We played him at the linebacker. He's a sub package guy, and we ran a lot of sub package. That's what it is. We have that, that hybrid 4-man front. That's not really a 4-man front. It's almost like a 4-2, was it 4-2-5? And yeah, it's all hybrid. So there's no reason why Simmons shouldn't be on the field. He should be on the field. All right, let's see what we got here. Man, Jester says Miami gonna get a quarterback before we do. They might, man. You know what? Prayers up to Tua, man. It's awful, and it's the crazy thing about it is he was the one that created the force on that tackle. Like, he ran into Hamlin. He ran into him. And then it's crazy too, because the hit didn't even seem like it was that hard. And then the concussion protocol again, and it's scary, man. It's scary, and it's about a quality of life too. At the end of the day, yes, you want to be, you want to make money, you want to play football, you want to win games, win championships, maybe win the Super Bowl with Miami. But at the end of the day, it's about quality of life after football. And with him having, I think that's his third major concussion now. And we see how his body reacts to the concussion. Like, we see other guys that might get a little bit dizzy and stuff like that, but he pretty much, his body locks up and stuff on him. So I don't know exactly what that's called, the spasm or whatever, but it's not good. It's not good when you see it on the field, man. And I know people have to be concerned about him moving forward for sure. LRP says shame shown for the for the chicken broth. Shame. Yeah. Shame. Okay, I got you. All right. Jones is lacking confidence. That is one thing for sure. He is lacking his confidence. And just think about it. Now, I'll take a trip down memory lane with everybody here, man. Like, I remember 2019. I remember week 3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I remember them benching Eli Manning because we lost those previous 2 games. And then Daniel Jones goes in there for the comeback victory. He's throwing a crossbody 40 yards down the field to Slayton. He's running for touchdowns. And it looked amazing. And he was a gunslinger. Even when we had what's the guy we got from Detroit? Golden Tate. Even when we had Golden Tate, he would just throw the ball to Golden Tate, whether he was open or not, and allowed him to make plays. And then, we did get on him his rookie season about all the turnovers that he had, and this, that, and the third. And then we get Joe Judge and Garrett in here, and then it was all downhill after that for the most part. All downhill after that. But maybe we definitely broke him. Was he great before that? Not quite, but he was better than what we're seeing right now for sure. LRP says, forget the chicken broth and forget the milk. He threw away you still talking about the groceries. Sarah says, list of confidence. I'm not sure exactly what she's talking about. Maybe she's talking or replying to Sydney. She might be. Oh, loss of confidence. I see right there. There it is. There's a correction. Loss of confidence. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I think that's exactly what it is. A loss of confidence. Also, injuries as well. Cooley says they better win the next 4 games. The best team ever. Prove it to me. Win. Yeah. I said it last week. I said it this week too. I said, if we do beat the Washington Commanders, which I think we can beat the Washington Commanders, it's not good enough for me. I mean, I'll celebrate the victory, of course, victory Monday and this, that, but I'm not going to just jump back in and, start tooting my horn about the New York Giants. No, we need to stack a couple of W's. And I was joking back and forth with TP and TP Way, and I was like, this game I won't be excited if we beat the Commanders. I said if we beat the Browns, then I can raise my eyebrow. I say we turn around and beat the Cowboys, then we're talking if we can do that. But one game at a time. Tomorrow we got the Commanders. I can't even think about the Browns or the Cowboys right now. Jessa says, actually, Locke thought he was going in at a certain point last week. Did he? I didn't see that. Maybe he did. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't do it either, especially once we got into the fourth quarter, just to see something different. Maybe they should have did it. I don't. Again, maybe he is fully healthy. I hope so. He sat out long enough. They don't have him on the injury report, so hopefully he is ready. Sarah says he's playing scared. Yep, lost confidence, playing scared. You keep adding on to that list. It's a long list of things that we could talk about. Elvis says at this point, I'll take Tannehill. Would you really take Tannehill? You know what's funny about Tannehill though? And I was absolutely against Tannehill, even bringing him in as a backup because is it any better than I'm looking at this this season now? Then it's like Tannehill might be better, but Tannehill said he only wants to play for a contender. But here's the thing: if you only want to play for a contender, then you're not going to be playing. Like not a contending team right now is not looking for Tannehill as a backup. You should be knocking. You should be calling the Giants like, hey, I'll take less money. Just give me a chance to go in here and see if I could do something with this roster. Because again, you can't blame the O-line. You can't blame the wide receivers. You got a little bit of blame towards Dable for the game plan, but outside of that, we've seen guys running open last week, and the shots were not taken. Matt Custom says he's overthinking it, second guessing himself, pressure getting to him. Internal pressure, because it wasn't a lot of pressure from the other team. Wasn't a lot of pressure from there's internal pressure, maybe. Listen, you already got paid, man. You already got paid. Right now, your back is against the wall. What do you have to lose right now, Daniel Jones? You don't have much to lose right now. Go out there, take some shots. I don't want you to throw a ton of interceptions, but I need you to take some shots, man. Give your guys a chance to make a play. And we saw it last week. Darnold threw a ball to Addison, and he was covered, and he drew a flag. We don't even get those type of plays. We don't even give our wide receivers a chance to draw a flag. Something has to change, man. Something has to change with that. Justin says, I saw him on the sideline going to the bench and grabbing his helmet, heading toward the field. Oh, he's still talking about Drew Lock. He did all that, and they told him, chill, bro. Come over here and stand in the back still. We're not gonna do that yet. Imagine if they would have put Drew Lock in and he actually started looking good. I don't know, man. I think Joe Shane needs Daniel Jones to play well. I think because he fought for Daniel Jones. We saw the hard knocks. The main guy in Daniel Jones's corner was Joe Shane. He paid him. I didn't pay him $40 million for him to turn around and hand the ball off to a $12 million running back. We might have to put that on his tombstone if it doesn't work out for Joe Shane. Respectfully, though. All right, TP Wade says, I think ultimately the main thing with DJ is he has PTSD after being behind a nasty old line for so long. You know who else has PTSD? Giants fans. Giants fans have PTSD. We have it too. We have it too. And guess what? You get paid, Daniel Jones. And when you watch the film, you saw that for the most part, you had a decent pocket and you had decent time. And I believe what was a PFF said the average separation for our wide receivers was like 4.4 yards. So guys were open too. And what was it? Average time, I think, was 2.8 last week, according to PFF for Daniel Jones. And that's pretty good time. That's pretty good time for sure. Shout out to Joseph Wilcox in the building. He says Burns and Tibbs. He says just got to do their job, stay home on the outside and turn Daniels back inside to Dex. Is that 4 to 5 sacks? Is that for Dex or is that 4 to 5 sacks in general? Listen, I'm taking it. If that's the total, I'm taking it. But you're absolutely right. Contain. You cannot allow Jaden Daniels to break contain. You can't do it. That's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers allowed him to do last week. And again, and when he scrambled, he wasn't scrambling to throw the ball. He was scrambling to get out of there and and pick up yards. So again, that's why the spy is so important too. So you have to stay disciplined against Jaden Daniels. You have to push the pocket as well with Dexter Lawrence, but you also have to keep the contain on the outside. This is going to be a better game. This is going to be another test for Shane Bowen and another big test for these players. Again, like you said, Joseph, Burns, and Tibbs. We have high expectations for Burns and Tibbs. And these guys got to show up, and you can't be mad after the game. Have that energy on the field during the game. I saw Tibbs was mad after the game. It is what it is, man. I understand frustrations and all, but guess what? If you're playing well, you won't get bad questions, after the game, or be agitated after the game. Also, just said so he's healthy, I believe. Okay, yeah, yeah. If I'm saying everything you're saying, if that's true, he should be healthy. He should be healthy. LRP says, I'll take Zach Wilson and Sam Ellen. Listen, LRP has been a fan of Sam Ellen. Is it Erlinger? Ellinger. Yeah, Erlinger for a long time. For a long time. I know that's your guy. I know that's your guy. I don't know though, man. Zach Wilson and Sam. I don't know. That's. I don't know. I mean, Zach Wilson did have a pretty good preseason game, but yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Purple and Gold says he has to come to the second guess. Oh, he has come to second guess himself. After so much adversity, instead of pushing that doubt away, he let himself get lost in it. He said it's like he makes the right read, then double checks a different. Yeah, absolutely right. Purple and Gold bars, bring in the bars. Like, listen, you're on fire tonight, man. You're on fire tonight, and I agree with almost actually everything you said so far. Everything you said so far. I won't say Skull though. Won't say Skull. It said he looked like he was going in. Oh, he said we still talking about Jay. Like he said he looked like he was going in and said, "Never mind." Yeah, yeah. Now they said, "Nah, hold on, bro. Not yet, not yet. It's not. It's not in the script." he said. He said we got you coming in the game, Lock, but not yet. It's not. The script says week 3, maybe week 2. I don't know. Real Koji says, "What do you think it's going to take to get Burns and Tibbs going? We need them out out of witness protection program." Yeah, you know what? I don't know what it would take. Like these two guys individually, like we know they're pretty similar when it comes to their pass rushing ability. They're both fast guys. I will say that Burns is more finesse. Tibbs wants to be finesse, but I don't think he has it like Burns has it, just that side to side quickness. Tibbs is more powerful and he likes to go to his bull rush. I don't know what it is. They got to beat the one-on-one matchups, man. They got to beat the guy in front of them. Dexter Lawrence is getting double and triple team. The guys on the outside have to win, especially when it's one-on-one. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Kayvon Thibodeaux, that's why we drafted you 5th overall that year. You got to beat the one-on-ones. You have to do it. And Tibbs has been successful in past years. But guess what? They don't have Leno anymore on that offensive line for the Commanders because Leno was Kayvon Thibodeaux's best friend those first 2 years for sure. What we got? Ramdre81 says, "Do you think Dabes might be on the verge of losing the locker room? Hyde storming with his eye black on, Simmons voicing displeasure with no snaps." That's a great question. I'll say right now because of where we are, he still has the locker room. But you'll know with how these guys play it. Like it's not hard to see if guys quit on the field. And once you see players quit on the field, then the locker room is absolutely lost. But I haven't seen that yet. Yes, guys are upset with their playing time and snaps and reps and stuff like that. But we haven't seen anybody quit yet. I mean, unless you guys notice somebody quit. I haven't seen anybody quit yet. So if that's it, if that's how I see it, then he has not lost that locker room. But it could be. Tomorrow is a big game. I thought last week was a big game. This game is a big game as well. Let's see what happens. Can these guys answer the bell? That'll tell you a lot about how the locker room feels too. It's about respect at the end of the day too. It's about having pride at the end of the day. Not just it's 100 years of the New York Giants. Just as a player individual, it's about pride and getting the job done. And if anybody's going to make a play, why not me? You got to have that type of mentality, man. And that's from Pop One all the way up to the highest level. If somebody needs to make a play, why not that person be me? All right, Mega Giants 89 says Big Dash knows Daniel Jones has a QB rating versus the Commanders of 98.0, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,500 yards. You broke down 154 completions, 221 attempts, 69. I hear you. Yes, guess the Commanders are one of the teams that got Daniel Jones paid for sure. I'm hoping that we see that same Daniel Jones tomorrow. That's my thoughts on that. He plays well against the Washington Commanders, whether it's home or away, especially in their own house. I'm hoping that I see something like that. Shout out to Mega Giants with all the stats right there for us. Ben Dawson, what's going on, Ben? Said, what's up, Big Dash? What's going on, Ben? Says Shane Bowen BSing. He said he BS. Listen, we had that discussion, man. Shout out to Ben in the building. What else we got going on? Omega Supreme also in the building. He says neighbors Hyatt, Robinson, Theo Johnson, and Bellinger. One of the needs a breakout game. Yes, one of them needs a breakout game for sure. It said DJ air that ball out. Yes, I would take 2 or 3 of those guys that have a breakout game. We need it. Guess what? If we think that Daniel Jones can have one of those famous Washington Commanders type games, 300, I believe he had a 500-yard game one year against the Commanders. If you're getting 500 yards, a lot of those names that you listed will be a big part of that for sure. Ben Dawson says Jones listening to country music in his head while playing. He's just clueless. Okay. Colin Redwood says Bowen's defense will not work if he keeps trying to do what he did with the Titans here. Even worse than Wink with the edges. Why was Burns in coverage so much? See, now you're gonna make me reminisce. Like there were a lot of times last week where I just wanted to throw something. Not throw anything at my TV, but maybe throw my phone, maybe throw the remote. Just it's infuriating when you see you didn't pay, like Joe Shane said, you didn't pay Daniel Jones $40 million to turn around. You didn't pay Brian Burns $30 million, almost $30 million to play a cornerback position, to cover the flat, the button hook, none of that. You didn't pay Burns to do that either. Let's not stop trying to be smarter than you have to be. Send these guys, let these guys go eat. Bowen said that, a big part of his defense is getting pressure with the front four so you don't have elaborate blitzes or the need to send corners or safeties on blitzes, linebackers on blitzes. Well, put your guys in a position that they can get pressure with the front four. That's what you need to do. Hopefully we can do that. KC Smooth, shout out to KC Smooth. He said, I know why a QB with concussion issues would dive head for. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, K. It said Real Cold G says they call it the fencing. Oh, all right, we're gonna leave 2 alone. I gotta get caught up because I'm way down in here. Shout out to Bill Hartnett. Bill Hartnett in the building with the super chat. He said no super chats yet. Let's fix that. Actually, there was a super chat real early in the show. Shout out to School. She beat you to it, Bill. I saw Bill was in the live with Bad Dog and Tana. I don't know if they're still going live now. I saw those guys live. I said, oh man. So I wonder how many people gonna show up. But we got 64 people in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate that. The love you guys are giving, man. Listen, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys, man. For sure. Let's see. LRP says our QB1 needs to listen to Ben Powers mixtapes. Run fast. And yes. Oh boy. Yeah. Shout out to Slap the out you. Yo, what's up, BDK? What it do, brother? What's going on, bro? How you doing, brother? Hopefully you don't have to do what your name says to people. Maybe some people deserve it, maybe they don't, but hopefully you taking it easy on people. Shout out to Slapter. Jason King says, what's going on, Unc? Oh, hurt my heart. What's going on, Unc? I think our offense is going to be okay, but I'm not so sure about the defense. Also, I do think Danny has lost some confidence, but way before Dave's got there. Yes. Yeah, I can't blame Brian Dable for Daniel Jones's lack of confidence. In 2022, he got here. It seemed like he was able to build Daniel Jones up a little bit. He did dumb down the offense a little bit in 2022 in order to help build up Daniel Jones, and you saw that we had some success. But the minute you open up the playbook a little bit more, you're not seeing what you want to see. So, it is what it is, but we can't blame Brian Dable for Daniel Jones being broken. Brian B. Harper says, yep, nothing to celebrate if you lose after. Nah, you're absolutely right. Oh, we got a college update. From Ronnie, she says 5 touchdowns for Arch Manning. Yeah, I saw Quinn Ewers had a injury and Arch Manning went off. He went off. I did see he broke like a 60 yarder, and I saw all the jokes going out there. You know, a Manning with wheels. Listen, and you already know as Giants fans, a lot of people, you know, have that conspiracy theory that we're just waiting for Arch Manning. You know, I can't subscribe to that, but I know we need a quarterback, and who knows what position we're going to be in 2026 because he can't come out to 2026, and I'm not trying to wait that long. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got some talking back and forth, some people showing some love. My man Bill Harney said I got in late. Don't worry about it, Bill. Shout out to Bill, man. Bill is one of those guys, you see him everywhere. If you see him in the chat, whether it's my channel or any other person, any other Giants content creator, give Bill Hartnett a shout out in the chat, man. That man is busy. Yeah, he's like Tudo. Like everybody knows Tudo. Bill is one of those guys too. He's everywhere for sure. He's everywhere. Okay, let's see. Omega Spring says respect the collabs and respect the fans after a loss to you guys. Yeah. No, shout out the purple and gold bars, man. Q Cox was in here too earlier. Omega Supreme showing some love too, you know, a week after the game. So shout out to those guys, man. I appreciate the love and support, man. Absolutely. Bill says put Arch on a plane to East Rutherford tonight. Nah, I feel you. I feel you for sure. Born for Sports. What's going on, brother? Says, yo, what's up, Dash? We need a dub tomorrow. Yes, we do. Yes, we do for sure. And shout out to Born for Sports. Another Giants content creator is in the building. Again, you see the community. It's love and support, man. We show love and support for everybody that's in the community. If you're not subscribed to Born for Sports, go ahead and subscribe to his channel, man. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Sarah says, build your team and get ready for the rookie. That's what a lot of people are thinking. You know, you build up the roster, but the bad thing about it is if you don't win enough games, the regime is gone. So yeah, Joe Shane, Brian Dable, they'll build this team up to get some pieces, get it ready for the quarterback. But if you don't win enough games, you won't be able to you know, enjoy the fruits of your labor for sure. All right. Tucker says, what's your prediction for tomorrow? I wasn't going to do a prediction. I still don't think I might do a prediction. Maybe I'll do one at the end of the show. I might do one at the end of the show for sure. Yeah, I might do one at the end of the show. I'll put it this way. I got the Giants winning. I'll say that. I got the Giants winning, but you know, let's see what happens though. Omega Spring says, yeah, Q has been all over the place. Yeah. Q is a cool dude, man. Cool dude. Came in here, talked a little bit of trash respectfully. And you know what? His team backed him up. That's what I want, man. Why can't the Giants back me up when I want to talk trash? I want to go crazy and talk trash to people. I need the Giants to back me up. I can't wait to do that, man. I can't wait to be able to talk trash again. Just hold my head up high and talk trash in any spaces, in any crowd for sure. Mega Giants 89 says Big Dash knows rank these 4 great Giant wide receivers based on impact with the Giants 1 through 4. Okay, the four options are Plaxico Burress, Odell Beckham Jr., Victor Cruz, Hakeem Nicks. Number one is going to be Plaxico Burress. He won the Super Bowl. I'm giving that to Plaxico Burress. Impacted the team. A lot of people say if he didn't do what he did, you know, after we won that Super Bowl, we might have been repeat champions. Plaxico Burress is first on the list on how he impacted the Giants. He gave Eli Manning that receiver that we needed. He was able to just throw it up there for the 50-50 balls and all that. And he had Plaxico Burress, gave Eli Manning a lot of confidence, in my opinion. Fourth on this list, and I know it's going to sound crazy, fourth on this list is Odell Beckham Jr. Now, his impact on the Giants was what it was, but his impact on the NFL far exceeded what he did, you know, with the New York Giants because we didn't win a championship with Odell Beckham. We only had one playoff berth with Odell Beckham, so I'll put him at 4. Now, these 2 guys, Victor Cruz and Hakeem Nicks, they're interchangeable for me. 2 or 3. People forget how good Hakeem Nicks was. Hakeem Nicks was an absolute monster, And when you paired him up with Victor Cruz, that was a great combination. Victor Cruz, Jersey kid, salsa dancing. We love the stories. Yo, yeah, yeah. That's my order. Plaxico Burris. I'll put Victor Cruz ahead of Hakeem Nicks just because of the salsa dancing, and he had the crowd hype. Hakeem Nicks was the lunch pail guy. Just get the job done. Hard to tackle, yards after the catch. And then I got Odell Beckham was fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic. But because he does not have his Super Bowl victory, he is fourth on that list. That's not a bad list. There's no bad guy, no bad names on that list, man. I appreciate that question, Mega Giants, too. I appreciate that. Man, let's see. Let me get back to these. Trisha K says, "Yo, Dash, would you do a collab with Ron Effect?" Yo, me and Ron Effect, we actually DM each other back and forth. Ron Effect is a big part of why I do what I do. Shout out to Ron Effect. Shout out to Jersey. I remember, and again, I'm going back, 2016. I think it was 2016 to 2017. Ron Effect was doing training camp videos. He was doing live videos from training camp. And I remember just hitting them in the comments like, yo, I appreciate you putting out this information. I'm starving for this information. I appreciate that. Yeah, but Ron Effect is super cool, man. And I remember he took his hiatus. We didn't know what happened to Ron Effect. And then when he showed back up, he got all that love again. But yeah, absolutely. Ron Effect is cool with me. He's cool with me for sure. Yeah. Born for Sports said, appreciate that. Yo, listen, no, when you're a good content creator, it's not hard to show love and show respect, man. I appreciate what you do, Born for Sports. Listen, the more the merrier. We can't be selfish as a Giants community. I look at the Dallas Cowboys, I look at even the Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles. All those guys are getting busy when it comes to those content creators, and they all show each other love for the most part, as far as I know. So for me, I'm not hating on anybody that's in the Giants community. I got love for everybody that's throwing out this content. Everybody that's repping the New York Giants, man. You got love for me. You got love for me, man. Whether we agree or we don't agree, and I know me and you, Born for Sports, we agree on a lot of things. A lot of things. We see things eye to eye. We lockstep on a lot of things, man. But even if we weren't, I still show love and respect for that, man. Absolutely. It's Big Blue all day. Speaking of Big Blue all day, Big Blue Steph Forever says, what up, Big Dash? What up, Big Blue? What up, Big Blue? Shout out to your name, too. Mr. McFadden says, your boys need a quarterback. Yeah, we know. We know, Mr. McFadden. Any relationship to Micah? Any relationship? No, I'm joking. That was a bad joke, too. But yeah, I know we need a quarterback. That was corny. My fault. Sydney Angel says, I'm surprised Tuma wasn't on the list. You got to take that up with Mega Giants 89. I can only go over the, go by the names that he gave me. But yeah, Tuma's. I'll take Odell Beckham off and put Tuma on for sure. For sure, I remember that run, that Dallas playoff game, little out route, broke the tackle, took it to the end zone. I remember that against those Tony Romo led Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I remember that wild card week. Yep. Bill says, I have 2 Plaxico jerseys. Said just won a OBJ signed jersey on a Revival. So shout out to that's another one, New York Revival. Shout out to them. You won a jersey. That's what's up. Signed Odell Beckham jersey. That's what's up. I'll take it too. Now, that's what's up. Shout out to Hefe, Spiro, my man Eli Rax over there, man. Vibes for sure. Again, we show love and support as a Giants community, man. Even when guys have disagreements. For me, I speak for me personally. I don't have a problem with anybody in the Giants community right now, at all, man. At the end of the day, if we disagree, we all want the same thing, and that's the New York Giants to be good, the New York Giants to win games, and to try to get our next Super Bowl, before this streak ends. Like I think we got 4 more seasons before this streak ends of a Super Bowl in every decade since 1980, or since the 80s, I should say, since the 80s. Time is ticking on that. We need to get a roster in here that can win a Super Bowl and keep this streak alive. Omega Supreme says, as much as I don't like the Eagles and Cowboys, I was envious. They look clean, organized, and well put together. We look the opposite. Hopefully they can put it. Listen, the Eagles didn't look that clean though. They won the game against the Packers. But they had the turnovers. The offensive line was having issues. Jalen Hurts was getting pressured. I forget who they play tomorrow, man. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how the Eagles look tomorrow. It is what it is. The Packers, they got the early interception with McKinney, but they got that monster in the backfield, man. He who should not be named. I'll leave his name at it. I'm not going to talk about that guy that's on the Eagles. Trisha K says, "Yo, Dash, would you do a?" Oh, I'm sorry, I already saw that. I'm over here tripping. Look like we got another game prediction. Born for Sports says, "I got the Giants winning 20-17. Commanders are usually the Theraflu, NyQuil, Robitussin medicine they need when they are sick. Let's go Giants." I hope they are the Robitussin. I hope it's not as nasty as Robitussin, but I hope we get us right for sure. Shout out to Sarah. Sarah says the best thing our GM did was let Kirk walk. Kirk Walkins. Oh, you talking about? Yeah, that's right, Sarah. That's right, Sarah. You are a Vikings fan. I forgot. Yeah. Oh, said we know we ain't contenders this year. If it goes good, it's house money. If not, McCarthy is starting next year. I'll say one thing about McCarthy. I like McCarthy coming out of Michigan. A lot of people felt like he was inexperienced, that he didn't have enough tools. He didn't show enough. He was in a heavy run offensive scheme with Harbaugh, and all those things were true, but you saw the flashes when you needed to. He was a lot more athletic than people gave him credit for. He had anticipation, tight window throws too. JJ McCarthy, it's a shame what happened to him, but you guys should have a good one once he's back, man. Hopefully, it sucks what happened to him though. I'll tell you this though: had JJ McCarthy played and done well, and Joe Shane was like, no, we don't want JJ McCarthy, then that's another strike. So him being out actually is good for the Giants right now. Not good for you, but good for the Giants. My man JD5 season says belt to tomorrow. You pulling, giving out whoopings, huh? Giving out whoopings. All right, let's see what we got going on. Oh, I got a super chat. Let me get to the super chat from Bill Hartnett, and I'll get right back to the comments. It says, "Speaking of which, I need to do more for you." He says, I believe that's what he's saying. Do more for you. You're my West Coast Giants stream of choice. Keep up the excellent work, Dash. Absolutely, I appreciate you. Bill Hartnett is in California. For 10 years, I did live in California. I'm currently in Arizona right now. Originally from New Jersey, as you guys know. Trying to get acclimated to the heat here, but it is what it is. But shout out to you too, man. There's a couple of West Coast Giants fans out here, man. We made that long. Well, I don't know where you're originally from, Bill. Again, I'm originally from New Jersey. First 20 years of my life out there. Born and raised North Jersey, because you got to say North Jersey, because there's only two, North and South Jersey. Some people might say it's the Central Jersey too, but it is what it is. But yeah, shout out to Bill. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the love and support, man. Absolutely. My man Nima is in the building. Nima says, Dash, bro, do you think Tua will retire after the fourth concussion? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think he should, but I don't think he will. He has a lot of passion and love for football. To me, I don't think he will, but I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking now. I know before he was adamant coming back after the third concussion. But he has to play smarter. He has to play smarter. I'm not sure, man. I hope whatever he does, I just hope it's right in his soul when he makes that decision. For sure. James Hollison says Cam Ward, please. Cam Ward is cooking with Miami right now. Cam Ward is absolutely cooking. If you don't know who Cam Ward is, he's the quarterback for the University of Miami, for the Miami Hurricanes. Transferred from Washington State. He originally came from Division II school. But yeah, Cam Ward is cooking right now. Absolutely. So we got some love from Mega Giant says, replying to Sidney A. Tuma is the greatest statistical wide receiver in Giants history. I already knew if I would have added him, he would have been number one. That's a fact. Shout out to Tuma, man. Shout out to Tuma. Okay. Omega Supreme says, I caught a game ball a few years ago at a Giants game. They came down like the SWAT team to collect the ball and promised they'd send me an autographed ball. And they sent me. You fell for it. That's the gag right there, man. You fell for it. As soon as that ball is out of your hands, you're not getting anything. You're not getting it. You should have held on. You should have hit that ball. You should have hit that ball. Yeah. As soon as they come to get a ball, if they don't have another replacement right then and there for you, yeah. And that sucks too, man. That sucks too. So I hate that happened to you. Michael Knight says, "What's good, Dash? What's good, Michael Knight? What's good, man? How you doing, man? You made it to the live stream. I know that the first one you missed it and you was a little upset about it, but you made it. Shout out to you. Okay, let me get back to here. Bill Harton is showing love to the community. So I love all my Giants creators, and I try to share the love. We know, Bill. We know as a Giant content creator, we know. Like I said, you know me. I'm a fan too of Giants content creators. I'm in a lot of those live streams. I'm in a lot of those chats showing love. And Bill, every time I'm somewhere, I always see you in there. And guess what? We all know you too. So that's how I know that you're showing a lot of love out here to a lot of Giants content creators. And speaking for all of them, we appreciate that, man. We absolutely appreciate that. Mega Giants let me know that it's the Falcons and the Eagles on Monday night. I don't know about that game, man. Monday night. Okay, it is what it is. Sunday night is a real game, right? But Monday night, I'm going to tune in because it's the NFC East, and I watch those NFC East games. I might not get a chance to watch every NFL game, but the NFC East game, I make sure I watch what our rivals are doing for sure. All right. Everyday Bob says, "Yo, what's up, dog? What's up, Bob? What about Bob? What's going on, Bob?" He says, "Shout out Mike Hamilton." I don't know who's Mike Hamilton. Is that somebody in the chat? Sarah, let me know too. Eagles play Kirk on Monday night. Eagles go 2-0. I think so too. Kirk Cousins looked awful. It's just a matter of time before Michael Penix gets that starting spot over Kirk, and then you'll see the rumors. A lot of people saying that the New York Giants could possibly try to trade for Kirk Cousins, and that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and it all depends. Again, it's way too early to think about next year. Born for Sports says, I think I'm ranking Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Carson Beck as my top 4 QBs in this year's class. Yeah, I can see that. Listen, I'm stock for me. The stock is way low on Carson Beck right now. I like those first 3 guys you got listed there, and I do think that's how it might shake out. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Quinn Ewers for Texas also should be on that list. I think he right now is playing better than I think Carson Beck. I think he's absolutely playing better than Carson Beck right now. Ghost Dog, shout out to Ghost Dog in the building. Ghost Dog said, salute Big Dash. Crazy we in week 2. And so make it break already. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, it's crazy. I really thought we were going to beat Minnesota last week and we didn't. We have to go 1-1 if we're trying to do anything, because after this, there's a tough stretch of games. Trisha K says, "Hey Dash, are you going to the Eagles game?" I have not decided. I know it's October 20th. If I do go, that's really the only game I want to go to. But I will say this: a lot of that decision was based on how we were looking, how we were going to look, and I don't like how we're looking. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, Sarah says, "Problem with Shador is the baggage he will be coming with. Is it worth the headache?" I'll say this. Shador Sanders, yes, he comes off as possibly immature in certain situations, but he is very, very prepared. He is a prepared player. One of his main mentors is Tom Brady. And I'm pretty sure he said he talks to Tom Brady often. His on the field, no question, he is one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, if not the top quarterback. He's my top quarterback. The off the field stuff, he doesn't get in trouble off the field. It is trash talking. He did have a situation with some of former players that left Colorado, but I think the risk is worth the reward, if you want to call it a risk. But I think he absolutely does that. My man, Real Cold G says, he says, "You in AZ, Dash?" He said, "I'm from Tucson and live in Avondale." I know where Avondale is. Yes, I'm in Arizona. Bill Hartnett says North Jersey too. Was it? Oh, is that Califine, New Jersey. I'm from Union, New Jersey, for the people out there. Um, Born and raised in Vauxhall, New Jersey, but the high school I went to and played for was Union, New Jersey. So Union Township. That's where I'm from. Shout out to the Fighting Farmers in Union. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Jersey, North Jersey. Ghost says Jersey is Jersey. Then there's South Jersey. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And anybody from South Jersey in the building, no disrespect, but that's how we see it. That's how we see it. Matt Custom says, I'm in Cali. I'm in Cali too. I got a lot of hate for being a Giants fan. What part of Cali? North, Southern? When I was in California, I was in Northern California. I was in the Bay Area. Like I said, out there for 10 years, man. 10 years. Got to see the Giants play the 49ers. You know, that was the best thing about it. But like I said, California's cool, man. But that's what I was out there for 10 years. James Hollison says, I want to see something competent on offense for once. You see, that's the thing, man, when it comes to the Giants, man. We got the 2022, and he said, you know, I just want to see watchable football, and we got something better than that. We got to the playoffs. We want a playoff game. But going into that season, that was my main thing. I just want to see watchable football. And then 2023 happened, and now I feel like I'm right back in the same boat where I just want to see watchable football. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Everyday Bob, hit me with the yurt. Salute the Big Dash. I like frogs with small eye. Listen, you out here trolling, man. You out here trolling. Keep up the good work, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I like frogs with small eyes and a lot of oil. What? Okay. Okay, Bob. See, there we go. We got some Cali connection going on right now with Matt Customs and Bill. Giants community doing what they do. Omega Supreme says, I hide it, but the noisy lady, the nosy lady called me out with security. The whole section went, oh, that's how when they came to get that ball from you. Yeah, yeah. I tell you, you gotta hide it, man. If they see you with that ball, they gonna come get it. And if they don't bring you one when they come, you're not. Here's my question, Omega. Did they have a pen and pad to get your information? Did they at least try to sell you the lie first? Did they try to sell you the lie? Did they try to sell you the lie? All right. We're going to go a little bit longer. I'm already over the hour mark. I try to keep these things short, man. Everybody, not short, but, I like the vibe out. Get in, get out, and, let you guys enjoy the rest of, what your night might be, especially for my people on the East Coast. But shout out to the 63. We've been 63 strong this whole time, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building showing love. I respect it. I respect it. My man is either Grog or Gur something like that. Falcons versus Eagles, Big Buffalo Horse and Cattle. Okay. You gave me the Monday night game. I don't know what the Big Buffalo Horse and Cattle. I don't know what that means. Somebody let me know what that means. My man said, I see Dash and Authentic. Is Authentic in the chat? Shout out to Authentic. If Authentic is in the chat, that's another Giants content creator. And I'll say this about Authentic. If you're not subscribed to Authentic in the Beard, because we got to throw Beard in there too. It's Authentic is the Giants fan. I'm sure you guys know that. But his man, his co-host, is Authentic. Is the Beard. He is a Commanders fan, and I can't wait to see these two guys on their reaction Monday. Did they put a wager out? Authentic in the Beard. I can't wait to see that discussion after this game. I'm hoping that Authentic is to talk his trash against the Beard on Monday for sure. Rom Dre 81 says, hey, like and subscribe because Big Dash knows what. New York Giants football. Let's go. Yeah, if you're in here, hit the like button. Again, I can't see the likes. I'm not tracking the likes, but if you're in the building, if you're in here commenting, go ahead and hit that like button, man. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're a New York Giants fan, and you are not subscribed to the Big Dash, to two Big Dash knows, shame on you. Shame on you. But guess what? You get to fix that right now by hitting that like and subscribe button. Corny plug, man. Corny plug. You got to do it. Talik Ryan says, what up, Dash? What up, Talik? How y'all doing? Sarah going strong in the chat. Laugh out loud. Kirk has fleeced 3 organizations. Don't be the 4th. Yeah, I'm not trying to be the 4th on the list. But bad bad QB play, make you do some drastic things. But yeah, don't be the fourth. Hopefully, we're not the fourth. That's a lot of money. We need that cap space to help build up the rest of this roster too. Real Cole G says, "Don't let the newfound fame go to your head, Bill." Talk about Bill being fame. Yeah, Bill. Like shout out to Bill, man. Bill out here putting in work, man. Getting all this giant content. And Bill did reply, he said, "Not at all, Cole." That's what's up, man. Shout out to the chat being active too, man. Chat being active with me, and the chat being active with everybody else. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get up here. Let's see what I missed. Slow load. Got a super chat. Hamza Network says, "It'd be a great story to write if DJ bounced back and shush everyone this season. Something tells me it's gonna happen." Guess what, man? And I said it before, man, because he has a contract, because he's already in the building, the best thing for the New York Giants is for Daniel Jones to be actually good, to be the actual franchise quarterback, because the deal's already done. You save a lot of headaches. It takes a lot of teams a long time to find a franchise quarterback. So if Daniel Jones can do that, you're absolutely right. It would be a great story. It absolutely would be a great story. Let's get back to where I was. I got another Giants question. He says, Big Dash knows, this is from Mega Giants 89, better defensive end in their prime with the Giants, Justin Tuck or O.C. Umenyiora. I'm a Tuck fan. I'm a Tuck fan over O.C. Umenyiora. That's close, though. But if you're making me pick between those two, it has to be Justin Tuck first. I love Justin Tuck was a leader. After after Strahan left, Justin Tuck took the reins, and he became the leader of this defense. And yeah, Justin and O.C. Umenyiora, great player. 6 sacks in one game against the Philadelphia Eagles. OC was the man. But for me, if I'm picking between those two, Justin Tuck, absolutely. Justin Tuck, absolutely. My man Slapter is back in the building. Slapter says, how many yards you calling for DJ? If I can get 300 total from DJ, 250, another 50 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, or whatever it takes to win the game. But if I can get 300 total out of DJ, I'll be happy with that. And that's not asking a lot. We're talking about a $40 million quarterback. He should be able to get me 300 yards in a game. Right? You let me know if I'm wrong or not. All right. My man said Ewers got hurt. You meant Ewers. Ewers got hurt, man, and threw 4 touchdowns. Yep. Yes, he did. He went in there. He also ran for a touchdown, too. Let's see what else we got going on here. Omega Supreme says, I'm from South Jersey. Y'all got Newark and Piscataway. We just have Trenton and Camden. It's whatever. I just hate that there are so many Eagles fans. What do you expect? Is damn near Philadelphia when you're in South Jersey, man. Heavy influence of Philadelphia in South Jersey. Heavy influence, man. But nah, shout out to you for surviving in that environment with those Eagle fans, man, because we already know how they can get. I can't stand the Eagles, man. And again, you guys let me know in the chat, man. Like for me, the number one team that I hate the most are the Philadelphia Eagles. I have a lot of Giants fans that tell me the Dallas Cowboys are number one on their list. For me, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me know in the chat who, as far as rivals go in the NFC East, who do you guys hate the most? I'm curious to see if Dallas or Philly wins. That's a fact. We can have a little bit of fun with that. Let's see, get this loaded up. All right. Shout out for the super chat. Joseph Wilcox says, yo, Big Dash, you have the best YouTube show. I appreciate that, man. I didn't like the heckler after the game one or game on Jones. Oh, yeah. No, G-Men 31-17, DJ going deep. It is what it is, man. Heckler's going to heckle. I mean, listen, when your team wins, you should be allowed to talk your trash. It is what it is. I appreciate you, Joseph. Thank you for the super chat, man. All right, I'm starting to see some of the things coming. I'm seeing Dallas, Eagles all day. Dallas. Yeah. Like I said, it's a mix, but it's always a big argument when it comes to who as Giants fans, who we hate the most. And again, my man Real Cold G just sums it up. He just said, let me go ahead and put that up. He says, I absolutely hate. Hold on, let me throw that back up. Let me show you your respect, Real Cold G. I absolutely hate Cowgirls. Most of my family are Dallas fans, so it's easy to hate them. See, it's always something, man. When you pick who you like, I mean who you hate the most, it's always something that does it. For you as family, that are Dallas fans. For me, the reason why I hate the Eagles so much is because of my cousin. My cousin Mike in New Jersey. Till this day, I don't understand how he became a Philadelphia Eagles fan. He's from North Jersey, the way like I'm from North Jersey. Don't know how it happened, but he talks so much trash, and I think that's what put me over the edge. That's what put me over the edge on not liking the Eagles as much. I think my family has something to do with that. Trisha K says, "Yo, Dad, did you go to FanFest?" No, I'm on the West Coast. My family, I still got a lot of family back east. In New Jersey, I talk to my mama a lot. She tells me the weather every time. I talk to her every Saturday too. But yeah, no. I did not go to FanFest. It's kind of hard to make to book those trips to go all the way across the country. For sure. Jessa says Dallas. Said he hates them. Hey Sharky, shout out to Sharky. I'm not going to highlight. I'm not going to highlight your comment, but I understand. I understand. I understand, man. All right, there we go. We got somebody with me. Thunder says, I absolutely hate Philly, Dallas second. I got somebody with me. There we go. Damn, I hate the Eagles, man. I hate the Eagles. Omega Supreme says, I not only hate the Eagles, I despise the Eagles. That's what I'm talking about, man. I need that energy. Born for sports. This is one of the things that we don't agree on. Huh? Oh, no, he says 1 and 1A. Yeah, I put the Cowboys 1, Eagles 1A, Commanders / Redskins, whatever the hell their name is now. And the Niners, because I'm old school Giants fan from the 80s and 90s with those. Listen, I hate the Niners too. Like I hate the Niners. And living in the Bay Area for 10 years and having a lot of coworkers that were Niner fans makes you hate the Niners even more too. Because I get to rub it in every time because I let them know about that fumble in the NFC Championship, that fumble. What was that guy's name? He was number 10 for the 49ers, wide receiver that fumbled it. And it was Jaquan Williams that got the strip on the kickoff. Who's that guy, number 10 for the 49ers? But whatever. But yeah, I get to rub that in when I was over there. Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Big Blue Steph says, I hate Philly. There we go, man. That's what it is. Sharky, man, I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Sarah says, howdy, I love talking football. We appreciate you being here too. Again, as a Vikings fan, anytime you can be, talking football amongst a lot of people that love football the way that we love football, it's a good time, man, especially when it's respectful, man. I think that's the big key to it, man. Like we got fans of other teams in here, and more recently, Vikings fans in here. And the back and forth has been, very respectful, but also very good at the same time. So shout out to Sarah for being here for sure. Well, my man says, Slapter says, early 90s, I hate the 49ers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hate the Niners too, man. Trisha K says, yo, Dash. What? Yo, Dash, I'm 26 years old. Do you think she got sports? She got sports. Oh, listen, I'm a happily married man. I'm not only ever going to rate some women. No, but now she got sports, has a fantastic channel. She is a Giants fan. Young, but she's young. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. But no, I appreciate her channel. She's actually doing some pretty good numbers too, man. Love the reaction videos she has with her father too, at the games. But now she makes great content. She makes great content for sure. We got Tone, 100 grand. Oh, sorry, not Tone, sorry. 100 grand. I hate all them. My bad. I can't say that, bro. Try to keep it family friendly. Try to keep it friendly. I wish I would have caught that first. Bill Hartnett talking to Born for Sports says the 1964 game almost killed me. 1964 game, Bill. OG. OG, Bill. I hear you. Let's see what we got going on here. Michael Knight, those in another team, said, I can't stand the Jets either, especially Jets fans. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, me too. I don't like it either. All right. Got another super chat. Says crush on Anna. Says keep grinding, G-Man. What time y'all losing tomorrow? Oh boy. We're not gonna lose tomorrow, man. We're not gonna lose tomorrow. And you know what? I'm gonna get into that prediction. I'm gonna get into that prediction now because I'm gonna close this thing out. We've been going almost an hour and a half. I was only gonna do an hour, but we having some fun in here. I'm gonna get into my prediction. I got the Giants beating the Commanders. I don't have it as a blowout, but I do have it handed. I got the New York Giants winning tomorrow, 28-17. I got 28-17. New York Giants beat the Washington Commanders. I need 28 points. I need to get my 28 points back. The Vikings scored 28 on us last week. I need us to score 28 points on the Commanders. That's what I'm doing. Let's get some more of these predictions in here before we get out of here. My man Sharky says New York Giants 23-16. Michael Knight has 21-13 Giants. Thunder, hold on. The screen jumped on me. He says, Thunder says, you think we scoring 28? No, I'm hoping we score 28. I'm hoping we score 28. Listen, well, my heart says one thing. My head says another. My heart says 28 points. My head says, I just need a victory. I don't care if it's 10-7. I just need a victory. But my heart says 28 points. Thunder. Don't call me out like that, man. Don't call me out like that. Let's see what we got. My man Kenneth Kidd at Big Dash, he says, what do you think about my Lions versus the Bucks tomorrow? I got y'all beating the Lions. I'm sorry. I got you beating the Bucks. I like the Lions, man. I like the Lions. And it's funny, too, because I was laughing when you guys hired Dan Campbell and he had the whole biting knees comment and all. I'm like, this guy's nuts. But, again, he's a former Giant, too. He was a tight end for the New York Giants. No, I like you guys against the Bucks, man. For real. I like you guys against the Bucks. I think you guys beat the Bucks easily. Real Koji says 2017. Thunder says 17-16, but he doesn't tell me who. And then Thunder hit me with the better look out for the time. No, we can't do that. We can't do another tie. We can't do that, man. We can't do that. Sarah says sorry. She says sorry, but I got no faith for Jones. I got no faith Jones is putting up 28 points. Good thing we got running backs. Do you see our running backs getting 28 points? Can we get some rushing touchdowns? Don't put it all on Jones. Let me know, Sarah. Let me know. It ain't just got to be Jones. Let's see. My man Joseph Wilcox with another super chat says 31-17 Giants. Yeah, I like that. We cracked 30 points. I like that, Joseph. Yeah, give me that one. Give me that score. And guess what? That gives me a little bit of confidence too. A little extra confidence if we score 31 points. You know what I mean? I was joking with TP Way for all you old school fans that watched old school WWF wrestling. When Hulk Hogan would be in that headlock and they put him to sleep and the referee got the arm and the just drops. We beat the Commanders 31-17. It's gonna be that arm shooting right back up. I might be back in the building if we do something like that, but we still gotta beat the Browns and the Cowboys, and then I'll be all the way back up after that for sure. Born for Sports says, I will never forget the 90 NFC title game win versus the Niners. There will be no three-peat. I will never forget the worst playoff loss versus the Niners, 38-14. And listen, I remember where I was at for that game. I remember exactly where I was at for that game. Yeah. And the guy that I was working a job. I was working at, what was that, 2002? Was that 2002? I think that was 2002. It should have been. Anyway, the guy I was working with, my coworker, he was a 49ers fan, and we got no work done that day. No work. We were at the Livingston Mall. I was was I a teenager still? I might have been 19, something like that. But anyway, they had the TV on in the front, and we didn't get any work done because we watched that game. And I remember, that wasn't a good one. That wasn't a good experience right there. My man Sharky, shout out to Shark. Yeah, 31. Listen, 31 is asking a lot. 28 points is asking a lot. I'm just saying, man, that's what I need to see. That's my heart talking, not my head. Not my head talking. My man Athens, shout out to Athens, man. Athens is in the building. He said, just show improve tomorrow. Hold on. Just show improve tomorrow. Improved play, or do we need to get a win? I need more than just some improvement, but just show improve tomorrow. I'm with it. Okay. Omega Supreme says Giants 50-3. He said of the Pinkskins, DJ will have over 500 in the air. Neighbors will have 250 of those. With that being said, I'm gonna just lead us up here. Omega Supreme. I'm gonna leave that up here. And I think we're gonna close the show with that. 50-3. The New York Giants beat the Washington Commanders. That's what we're doing, man. I want to say, just want to give a shout out to everybody that showed up today. 83 people in the building. You know what? Let's go a little bit longer. 83 people in the building. Let's go a little bit longer. For the people that might have jumped, let's go a little bit long. Let's see what we're talking about. A little bit long. I'll get through some more of these comments. Let's see what's going on. My man Thunder says, from your mouth to God's ears, Omega, 50-3. Say it louder for the people in the back. 50-3. No, that's just a great call. I think I wrote, we got to end it on that. We got to end it on that. And Thunder says, get them likes up. Listen, I don't know what the likes are. I know it's 83 people in here. So at least give me half of that. Let me get half of those likes. I'll take the whole 83 if y'all can do that for me. You know what? Do me a favor. Right now, take a step back. Click that like button. Come right back to the comments, man. And hit me with the thumbs up after you do it if you didn't already like it. And if you already liked the the show, go ahead and throw me a thumbs up too as well. And also subscribe. Thank you, Thunder. I appreciate the love and support. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to get out of here, give you time, give you some time back with your families, give you a chance to get some good sleep and all that. Again, appreciate the love and support. Everybody, shout out to the Vikings fans that's in the building. Sarah, QPX, gold and purple bars. I see my man TP Way still is. I'm rocking with the late night Giant talk show. You starting to do absolutely. I do want to do more than one late night talk show. I'm trying to figure it out. Again, I'm a fan of the Giants content creators, and like even today, Bad Dog and Chris was going live, man, and I'm sitting here like, man, can I sneak a little spot in and something like that? But yo, you guys showed me a lot of love, and I do appreciate that. Best of luck for the New York Giants tomorrow. For the other people, for the other fans of teams tomorrow, like Sarah with the Vikings, best of luck for you. And oh God, you're going against the 49ers too. So best of luck for you against those 49ers tomorrow. But yeah, man, I just appreciate everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And for one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows Big Blue Nation. Let's go.